Hello, YouTube yogis and friends. Thank you for joining me over here at Jana Bozeman Yoga on my YouTube channel. I have a fun little 20-minute class planned for you today in which we explore the age-old question, what is a Taboota? What is a Taboota? I don't know what a Taboota is. I have a few ideas. So without further ado, let's go ahead and make our way onto our mats. We are going to come to a nice mountain pose. So standing with your feet about hips distance apart, maybe a little closer if you feel steady there. You're releasing your tailbone down. You're stretching your sternum up. And while I'm thinking of it, if you are wearing a hat while you practice yoga, you might want to tilt it to an angle because this is going to be that kind of a class. We're going to kick the Taboota, as it were. As you inhale, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, you hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, chest lengthens forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, press into your feet, stretch arms out and up. So this is our half sun salute that we've just done. As you exhale, hands come back together at your heart. 2 more of those. Inhaling, reaching up, pondering the nature of the Taboota. Is it like a mystic Eastern figure that meditates by the side of the road? Kind of like the Buddha. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Is it a delicious Italian bread? Kind of like a ciabatta, but a Taboota? Possibly. Oh, these are the things that we are hoping our yoga practice is going to help us figure out today. What is a Taboota? What is the nature of a Taboota? All right. So I'm going to step back so I have a little bit of room. Again, your feet hips distance apart here. Tailbone directing down. All right. The pose we all love so much as you inhale, knees bend, arms reach up. Utkatasana chair pose. Don't be shy. Sink your tabooty towards the floor. Feel those quads engage and burn. Feel the outer hip squeeze in and burn. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, you hinge forward, keep the knees bent, stretch the arms by your side. Ooh, inhale, reach the arms forward again. Exhale as slow as you can go. Press the legs to straight. Inhale again, chair pose, glutes squeeze. Exhale, it's like you're bombing down a ski hill. Inhale, stretching the arms forward. Exhale, press the legs to straight. Mine are actually shaking a little bit as I do this. So if yours are too, it means you're doing it right. Fortunately, you are watching this at home, so maybe you can just skip this if it isn't your thing. I won't judge. And then we press our legs to straight. Let's do 2 more just because we can. Inhaling, knees bend, chair pose. Exhale, lean forward. Oh, the shake, the burn feels so good. Press your legs to straight. I think that this shake and this burn happens sometimes when you're doing a Taboota, which is different than a Taboota, I believe. I think that has something to do with HIIT training, but I'm not quite sure. What is a Taboota? Go ahead and release your arms by your side. Feel that heart beating a little faster. To beating. Now I'm just like beating a dead horse, really. Oh, because it's so fun. All right, we're going to start to add on here. As you inhale, knees bend, arms reach up, Utkatasana. We're not holding, thank God. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, chest lengthens forward, gaze comes forward. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step your right foot back, then your left foot. So we're going to hold here in plank pose, 3 breaths. Stretch forward through your sternum, reach back through your heels. So your shoulders are in line with your hips, legs super active. Use them more than you think you can. And then you're going to keep your feet. Actually, let's go a little wider than hips distance apart. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot, the inner edge of your left foot. So legs are staggered. So modified Vashistasana here. Take that top arm up and over. And then maybe find a little lateral stretch. So press hips up towards the ceiling. It's like you're rainbowing your body. All right. Go ahead and unwind. Find that wide-legged plank and then roll to the outer edge of your left foot, inner edge of the right foot. Stretching that right arm up, shoulder blades stack on top of each other. Rainbow your body a little bit. Press left hips up towards the ceiling. Ooh, squeeze the glutes. And then unwind here. Find your plank pose. Ooh, you might be shaking a little bit here as well. Shift forward on your toes. Nice and slow. You can use your knees. We lower all the way down. Take your time. Come onto your belly. Tops of the feet press. Stretch the toes out. Press a little to the outer edge of your feet. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. We move with the breath. Not a deep back bend, but a really healthy, good one. So as you inhale, chest extends forward and up. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling, extending forward. Exhale, release. You're squeezing your buns a little bit. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, lower down. One more inhale, lift here. All right, curl your toes under. Fire up the legs so they're in plank pose. Bring your gaze forward. Press into your hands on your next inhale. One piece, come up to your plank pose. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, lift our right leg up. As you exhale, shift forward, curl your knee into your nose. Inhale, pull back. Two more like that. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, stretching back. Exhale, shift forward, hold here, gaze forward. Step that foot through between your hands. Make sure you're not on a tightrope, so walk your right foot off to the right if you need to. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, bend that left knee down. Inhale, outer hips squeeze in, straighten both legs. Exhale, sink. Couple more, inhaling, lifting up, going nice and slow, kind of finding isometric stretching. Exhale, press in, and then let's stay here. So pretty generous bend in that knee. Fire up this left glute a lot. That Taboota, if you will. Take some nice deep breaths. Maybe start to bring your gaze up. Ooh. And then from here, let's release our hands down. All right, step your right foot back. Shift forward on toes, lower. Inhale, low cobra. Curl your toes under. Next inhale, press up in one piece, plank pose, legs really active. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, curl and knee to nose. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, curl and knee to nose. Good. Pull back on your inhale. And then exhale, knee to nose. Look where you're going. Step that foot through. I'm going to turn to face you this time. As you inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Outer hip squeezing in, lower belly pulling in and up. Deep inhale. Good. As you exhale, bend that back knee. Inhale, nice and slow. Both legs pull to straight. Exhale, sink in. Good. Inhale, pressing the legs to straight. Exhale, sinking in. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I'm getting my Taboota cooked and kicked right now. Sink in. All right. So keep that bend in the right knee. It really helps you to engage this right glute. And we're going for that. Because if it turns out that a Taboota is a type of footwear, we want our buns to look good in this particular Taboota footwear, I have a feeling. Definitely we want the buns to look good in the jeans. We want a little yoga butt here. So maybe start to straighten that back leg. Gaze up. As you exhale, hands plant. Step back. You're in your plank pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift forward. Lower. So maybe this time pause at halfway. And then perhaps come into your upward facing dog. We make our way back to our downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to walk our hands back to meet our feet. As you inhale, chest lengthens forward. Exhale, fold in. Pressing down into your feet, stretching arms out and up. All right. So as you exhale, hands release down. Take a nice deep inhale here, and we're going to do some lunges. And this is actually trickier than it seems. So as you exhale, you can have your hands on hips or just by your side, or hands on that right knee. So exhale, step in, inhale, pull back. And that's the part that I find tricky. Exhale, a little lunge. Good. Inhale back. You have to contain the core. So you fire up the glutes a lot. And we got, let's say, 3 more. Just moving with the breath. It's kind of like a funky little yoga hit flow. I might have lied about how many. So step forward. All right. Start to straighten that back leg. Reach the arms up and over. Good. As you exhale, hands plant. Step to your plank pose. Shift forward, lower halfway, hover, or all the way down. Strong, strong legs. Inhale into the back bend of your choice. As you exhale, you pull back downward facing dog. Walk your hands back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Pressing into your feet, stretching arms out and up. Here we go, right away, left side. Exhale, find that lunge. Good, with control. As you exhale, sink in, belly pulls in, outer hips squeeze. So fun, hurts, so good. Like maybe you're gonna feel this tomorrow in the glutes. Now I'm a weirdo, so I love that feeling. To me, it means that I did something good. So if you do feel that tomorrow, you're welcome. Just letting you know in advance. All right, let's do 1 more here. Good. And then maybe start to straighten that back leg. Stretch the arms out and up. Oh yeah. As you exhale, hands plant. Gaze forward, hips low. Plank pose. Chaturanga, vinyasa. If you would like, whatever that looks like. We meet back in our downward facing dog. Good. We take a couple of breaths here. Let everything slow down. Find that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. And then peek forward between your hands, bend your knees. So maybe you cross your ankles. We're gonna come to a seat. So a quick little dandasana here. This is like our mountain pose, but the seated version. And it actually requires a lot of core strength. So shoulders are stacking over your sit bones. If you're really tight in hip flexors, in hamstrings, sitting up on blankets or blocks is really nice. It just gives you more space. Props are never cheating. They're actually really wonderful. We're gonna come into a little hip opener here. So we're gonna cross our right shin in front of the left. For some of us that are a little more flexible, you might be able to stack your shins. Wherever you're at, you are flexing this foot. If your knee is lifted really high as you try to stack, just come into the simple cross. Root down into your sit bones, stretch your arms out and up. As you exhale, think to yourself, what is a Taboota? And then melt in, send some breath to this outer right hip. And then really consciously slow things down here. So we're shifting gears. And moving into this quieter part of practice, which is so important. We're really busy. We're always doing a lot of things. It is, I think, mandatory that we give ourselves little breaks. And sometimes that's hard to do. So I'm giving you permission to slow down, even if it's just for a minute here, and maybe explore doing that a few times throughout every day. As you inhale, start to roll on up. Take the arms out wide. And then as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Right fingertips reach behind you. Press your shoulder heads back. Maybe you start to bring your gaze out over your right shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Straighten your legs. And then we recross with the left shin in front. Make sure that you're pressing into your sit bones. Inhale, arms reach. Think lots of length as you start to hinge forward. Coming in any amount. You might be up on fingertips. You could even have hands on blocks. It all counts. Don't get too wrapped around the axle about what these poses are supposed to look like. We're all built different. We've all got different things going on. We've been practicing for different amounts of time. And speaking of different amounts of time, I'm going to share with you what this particular Taboota is. So it is this really amazing website that was started by a couple of guys in Chicago right after the pandemic started, sort of like birthed out of necessity. We all moved towards doing home workouts. And of course, there's tons and tons of stuff on YouTube, but it can be really hard to find like specific classes, a 30-minute class, a 10-minute class. So these guys have created this website, Taboota.com, that does all of that for you. So if you're an instructor, you can upload your content via YouTube, and it gives you categories so you can break down time, what kind of class you're teaching. And then if you are looking for a lot of amazing classes, be it yoga, cardio bar, HIIT classes, weightlifting, they have everything, and some really, really cool instructors. You can go to their website, type in what you're looking for, and get turned on to some really great content, some really great teachers. And the best part is that it's free. So there are no excuses in 2022 for not getting your Taboota in shape. Let's go ahead and extend our legs straight here. So please check them out. Big shout out to John and his team for making this happen, for all of the time and effort they put into it. It's really cool. So I hope that you will check it out. I'm on there. It's a good way for you to sort through my videos. I have tons. All right. And that's a Taboota, my friends. Now that you've worked this hard, by all means, go eat some ciabatta, some real Italian bread. Have a wonderful day. Maybe take a little Shavasana here if you have time. Otherwise, be sure to check out more of my videos on YouTube, and I will see you soon.